Everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we've got an ASUS ROG Strix G512LI that's seen better days. The owner said it suddenly died, no power, weird burning smell, and I can show you one thing even without opening it. Take a look just next to that HDMI port. The plastic is molten. So I believe there is a huge short inside. But before that, my name is Paul. You're watching RadPow channel. Welcome to the next repair. Just to save you some time, I already removed some screws from the bottom case. I just want to show you this thing again. Everything is molten and you can feel that burned plastic smell. The model number is G512LI, and let's look into it. Before even hooking up the power, let's do some measurements. As far as I know, there must be a short on the PCB. Okay, let's remove it. As I mentioned before, I have screws removed. And of course, first thing, always unplug the battery because it holds some charge and it still can damage your board. It has a nice cooling heatsink with this red pins here. I like it. Really nice. And of course, I already removed the board. We have to be very careful. This model has liquid metal on a CPU. This is a i7 10th generation, and I believe this is a RTX 1650 marking an 18P G62A1. So let's take a look. Oh, I can also show you inside. This laptop looks really nice inside. It's not really scratched. So the only thing is a logic board we have to take care about. So first, let's check for some shorts. Of course, your red probe to our measuring point, the other one to the ground. So let's start from the input. Just beside the plug, we have 85 kilo ohms, so that's fine. Second rail we have to find is B+, so that's our 20-volt main rail. The easiest way to find one is to find the biggest trace. So we can go again, ground, and let's find this cap. And we have, oh, you don't see it, have 300 kilo ohms. And slowly going down because the caps are charging. So this is all fine. Another one, let's find our 5-volt rail. I believe that's going to be this one. Again, take a look. And we have also kilo ohms. This small one is probably 3.3, even without looking into schematic. And we have 3 ohms, which is not really good. This is our battery. It's open because nothing's connected. This one is most likely our RAM. 225, it's okay. Our GPU, 0.9 and 1 ohm is still okay because these are rails for our GPU. This is our DRAM, still okay. And now that's the most important measurement, our CPU. So again, let's go to the ground and let's measure our CPU. And we have 2 ohms, which I believe isn't too bad. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. System agent 5.8. this may be still okay. So I don't see definite shorts on this PCB. We can try to connect our power. Let me just find a power supply. Okay, I just flipped the board and I found something I want to show you. Just next to that HDMI port, this PCB is swollen, and even this screw nut left because it went out from the housing, from the plastic. So I believe this is our short and this is our smell. So I don't want to make any other measurements I don't need. Well, the only thing else I want to check is our resistance on our SPI chip on our BIOS. 8th leg is 3.3 or 1.8 volt for our BIOS chip. So let's check it if it's a low resistance. We have almost 4 kilo ohms, which is okay. So let's focus on the swollen traces on the PCB. So I'll be honest, I didn't expect that this short gonna be in their layer. So I thought that maybe it would be a burned cap, maybe some MOSFET transistors here as always, or even that CPU, but this CPU seems to be okay. Resistances are fine. So the only concern of mine is this swollen PCB in here. Most likely we will have to remove this HDMI port and start digging into it. So let me just switch to microscope. I cannot make a good vision, so I'll try to fix it. Okay, so we have our microscope. You can see this trace here. Let me grab something. This one here is completely swollen, so I believe underneath, we have burnt laminate and burnt traces. So we will have to cut this out, most likely sacrificing this HDMI port and removing the short. But maybe first let's connect some power and see if there is something like warming up. I don't have a plug, so I just connected 2 wires to our power connector, and I am connecting my bench power supply. We can do it as we don't have any shorts on CPU, so let's connect our power. Oh, of course 20 volts, and I have 0 amps. Weird. Okay, I was able to start the board. Board's is consuming 0.42 amps. So let's do some measurements, like so. And let's put our meter to volts. Okay, so let's start with our main rails. We have 5 volts. Oh, we have 3 volts, so low resistance is fine. We have 1.2, which is power for our RAM. 0.8 on all phases. This is our GPU, which is getting warm a little bit. Our CPU not getting warm. Our VRAM 1.2, so this VRAM chips. Let's check CPU. And the CPU is getting 0 volts. Interesting. Do we have B plus on CPU? Yes, we do. Okay, let's move on. Let's check some voltages on our HDMI port. We have 3.3. I'm just wondering, this one is getting warm a little bit. So let's do a short test. Let me show you how to do it. Okay, so let's do a voltage injection on this tiny 0 ohm resistor right next to that HDMI port and see what's warming up. I believe, oh, it takes 0.3 amp and nothing is going on. Let me switch to something else. Unfortunately, nothing here is warming up, but what is warming up here is our PCH. So most likely PCH is dead, but it doesn't short. So the only option now is to dig a hole into it and find out why our CPU doesn't get the power. Okay, let's try to remove that upper trace. I don't know if I'm just gonna make it even worse. Let's see. Just curious what's underneath. There is a... Hey, I need a better scalpel. Unfortunately, I don't have one. Let's try something bigger. And this is what I was expecting. That this CB is completely burned underneath. As long as we're gonna have this black stuff here, will cause a short. Now I'm just suspecting that oh, okay. It's not gonna be a repair. Technically we can remove the whole HDMI port. We can use that USB 3 adapter because we're gonna have more traces underneath. And as you see here, I will have to cut everything here because there's gonna be let me think if it even makes sense to dig into it. Okay, just to explain it, this black thing is carbonized PCB. It's conductive. So as long as this black stuff gonna be on the PCB, you will have shorts. And take a look, it's even worse from, you're gonna take a closer look. So even if you want to play with it, you have to remove all of this black stuff from here. The only bad thing is underneath we're gonna have other layers of the traces. The only hope I could have is those traces are related to HDMI port, and even if we're gonna damage it, the laptop may still show image on a screen. Okay, let me play with it a little bit. I'm not gonna waste your time. I'll try to clean it. Just want to show how deep this carbonized laminate goes. Most of the surfaces would give up right away. Just out of curiosity, I want to connect power at the end. I'll scrape all of that carbonized PCB and we'll find out. I don't believe this laptop will work again. Definitely it will go for parts. Again, even if I believe there is no more black stuff in it, I am digging another small hole and it shows up again. I dug almost all around this HDMI port, and here I still have it So this is just playing with that PCB. I'm just curious how deep this burn can go. I've been trying to count layers, and I believe it's a 6th or a 7th layer of traces here. So totally dead, and no doubts now that this plastic just got melted. Okay, let me play with it again. Again, take a look here. Technically it looks nice, and that carbonized thing is underneath, only here. No, whenever I'm gonna try to cut this out, everything underneath is black. As I said before, this conducts voltage, and it's making shorts. And you can also see this discoloration. It had to have really high temperature, and this trace is almost vaporized. I don't know if you want to watch it, or it's stupid to show you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post this video. Does it even make any sense? Just take a look how much copper I had to, or traces and laminate I had to remove. All of this round, starting from here, all around, up to this glass IC. I don't even know what is it. I would have to find a schematic. But at this stage, I don't think it's worth it even looking for it. But yeah, so just from another angle, take a look how much I had to remove just to remove all of that carbonized laminate, which was causing a short. Maybe out of curiosity, we can just connect it to power and see what's gonna happen. Maybe I made some more shorts with those cut traces. I don't know. Let's put some power on. Okay, so this board takes 0.33 amps. Still 0 volts on a CPU rail. So it's not worth it wasting time on it. This will go for parts, as we have good bulk converters, like 5 volts rail, 3.3, and all others are working. The only one which doesn't is that CPU rail. I don't even know if I should put this online, but if I will, leave a like if you liked. If you don't like, subscribe maybe, and see you in the next one. Maybe another one will be successful, not as this one. Take care.